Hey Math Marvels, in this video we're going to learn how to isolate the variable by creating a zero pair, and we're going to do that just by adding the opposite. So what we're going to work with today are really simple equations that are written in a form that has a variable and some kind of constant is either added or subtracted and it equals some other number. So something very simple like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out what is that constant, and we're going to create a zero pair by adding its opposite. So it's another way of saying canceling it out, and a way to get that x by itself or figure out its value. Well, we're just going to add the opposite of the other number to both expressions. I'll show you what I mean. So here we have our very first example. We have negative 3 and 5/10 plus s is equal to 4 and 25/100. This is easy. We can see this is the variable, and we know that this is the constant. That's our constant. So what we're going to do is we're going to add its opposite. So if we have negative 3 and 5/10, we're going to add 3 and 5/10. So watch what I mean. So we have our original number, 3 and 5/10, and we're going to add the opposite to it. And we're going to do the same thing to the other side. We're going to have our number here, and we're going to add that same opposite. Okay? And now we're just going to simplify the expression. And on the left side, these two together, they're going to make 0. Because of their same number, a positive and a negative, their same amount, it's 0. It's like I have $3.50, but I have to give you $3.50. Now I have nothing. So that is a zero pair. And that will leave us with just s on this side. And on the other end, we just have to simplify that as well. 4 and 25/100 plus 3 and 5/10 is 7 and 75/100. And there we have it. We have our final solution. We're done with it. So you see how it's really easy to by just adding the opposite to the constant, we kind of cancel them out. It just leaves our variable by itself because we end up with a 0. So let's do the same thing over here. We can see what our constant is right here. So what is its opposite? Well, the opposite of 5 and 4/10 would be, we're going to add its opposite, negative 5 and 4/10. And everything else stays the same on this side. And we're going to do the same thing to the other side, 23, and we're also going to add negative 5 and 4/10. Okay, so again, these two are going to make a zero pair. That's what makes it really easy on this side, and it's going to leave our d by itself, which is what we wanted. We wanted that to be by itself. Now on the other side, think about it like a money situation. I have $23, but I also owe you $5.40. So it's gonna feel like subtraction, and that's okay. So that's gonna be, let's see, 23 minus 5 is 18. So 1760. So I think of it like I do money. And that, again, is our solution, which is what we wanted. We wanted to figure out the value of d. So let's go and just check our answers, because we always want to check, and we go back to the original. Is 5 and 4/10 plus 1760 equal to 23 on the other side? Well, let's stack it. Here we go, carry the 1. 1 plus 7 plus 5 is 3. Yep, we end up with 23 on this side. And we could do the same thing on the other end. Let's check our work. Negative 3 and 5/10 plus 775. So again, there's going to be some canceling here. We're going to have to subtract. So I'm going to rewrite it. 775 minus 350 also gives us 4.25, so it's also correct. So there you go, Math Marvels. This is just another way of thinking about one-step equations. And all we have to do to isolate that variable is add the opposite of the constant because it will create a zero pair and leave that variable by itself. That's it for today's lesson, Math Marbles. I'll see you in the next one. Be well.